how are you? Can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
Doing well.
Can you hear me?
Tired, but doing well. Yes, I can hear you. So are you driving? Truck driver?
Yes. I'm parked now, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was listening a little while I was driving.
Sure. But usually the connection seems
my friend Muhammad said to...
Yeah, because if you're driving, sometimes the internet is going up and down, so hopefully it's okay. But yeah, you're saying your friend said what?
To call in.
Okay, sure.
To talk to you, to ask questions.
Sure.
I was. Why should someone believe? I'm a non-believer. Why should I believe?
We're not asking anybody to believe. Yeah, we're not asking anybody to believe.
You're asking for non-believers to call in. Why were you asking non-believers to call in?
Yeah, so what I say is if there is any non-Muslims that would like to talk, they're welcome to click on the link pinned in the comment section. So if you see the phrase is very, I think it's very clear. So if any non-Muslims have questions about Islam, so there's a difference between me being accessible, because that's my obligation as a Muslim, and me being a salesman. And I always tell the people it's very important for people to understand that. There's a difference between being accessible to the people, because if someone has a question, right, as you see those people who come on, say, oh, I have a question, I've been trying to talk to you. So they're looking for someone that answers their questions. They're seekers. So we need to be outlets for people. Now, you have, example, salesmen, like, some religions with a microphone shouting and screaming in the middle of the streets, right? We don't do that. Islam teaches us it's only upon the messenger to deliver the message. That's it. So when it's not upon us to convince anyone. So if someone says, why should I believe? We would say, first, the idea is not a question of belief. It's a question of truth. So is there, I don't know if
I like that.
Or not, or are you Muslim or non-Muslim?
No.
Which one is it? Sorry,
no,
are you
I'm an
atheist.
atheist.
You don't believe in God? Yeah, you're atheist.
I'm an atheist.
Sure. So it's a question of truth. So there's absolute truth.
And I'm seeking truth.
Yeah, so the absolute truth is either there is a creator or there is no creator. There's no third option. It's impossible for you to have a third option. There's only two options. There is a God or there is no God. So now, the question is this. This is a question that we'd ask someone who says, I don't believe in a God. Okay, you don't believe in a God. So if you don't believe in a God, the question would be, do you believe something can come from absolute nothingness? Can something come from nothing?
Maybe. I don't know.
No, it's not maybe. It's definitely no. So if you have 0 plus 0 plus 0, what do you get?
Well, you get 0, but I think they have proved something can come from nothing.
Okay, give me an example.
That's well, I can't give you an example.
But you said they proved it.
I'm not that smart. I didn't discover it. I'm not smart enough to discover it.
No, I'm sorry. Like it's like me coming and saying to you, with all the respect, Ron. It's like me coming and saying, wait. It's like me coming.
But you're taking it a step further than that. You're
No. Wait. Ron. We don't want to jump the gun off. I want you to let's take this step by step.
Yeah, sure.
Step by step, right? Okay. Before we jump, because I know you're trying to jump into the end. No, we're trying to take things a step by step. First, you can't say a group of people proved something. I don't know who they are. I don't know what their evidence is. I'm not smart enough. It's like me saying, Islam's already been proven true. This is our conversation now. You come on. What should I believe? Islam has been proven true. Why? Oh, I'm not intelligent enough to answer you, but some people out there have proven Islam to be true.
Well,
You're like, sorry.
I'm
bro,
not the one with this. I don't have a show stating something comes from nothing.
No, but you are claiming that someone says something came from nothing. You are making an active claim. So just like I'm making an active claim, you're making an active claim.
So maybe it's possible. I'm not ruling it out.
No, I'm asking you to give me an example if it's possible. Give me an example of something that comes from absolute nothing. Because you said that there is people who proved it. Proved what and who? Who are the people and what did they prove?
Well, I didn't come with that information, but it's...
Okay, so what did you mean then?
It's possible.
There's people who prove...
It's possible.
Okay, so do you retract that statement that some people have proven? Wait,
sure. Well, just to move on.
No. We don't. This is why I said to you, I'm not here. With all the
maybe
respect,
it can't. I don't know.
Bro, no, please. I'll let you speak. Try to let me speak as well, because we don't want to move on. But look, this is
Sure.
why I said to you, Ron, from the beginning, I'm not here to convince you. Because if this is the type of argumentation you're coming with, then how can I convince you? If someone comes to me is like, you know what? There's a group of people who I'm going to be like, I'm sorry, but I mean, I value my time. With all due respect, if you're an atheist, you have nothing to present to people.
I don't think I've been
then why
argumentative.
should we listen? No, I'm not saying you're argumentative. I'm saying you're not bringing a rational argument. So
I'm not bringing any argument. I'm just asking
exactly
for your best evidence why I should believe.
No, I'm sorry. Would you go to a baby in the kindergarten and speak to them for 1 hour or 2 hours? Would you do that? Would you have a discussion with them?
Sure.
No, you will say. Okay, that's exactly my point then. I'll tell you, I'll speak about myself. Why I wouldn't do it is because I know the baby have no rational faculties. He wouldn't be able to engage in a conversation with me. I wouldn't be learning anything. I'll be wasting my time.
But the baby could be learning something. You don't think a baby can learn from you?
A suckling baby cannot. Yeah, he's not going to comprehend anything. If you're going to go to the kindergarten for little babies, kids, infants, they're not going to understand anything. You're going to be like, da, do. That's going to be the conversation. So I'm not going to have a conversation with these infants because they don't have the rational capacity to do so. If you're unable to, this is the thing. If I ask you a question and you're unable to answer the question, and then you proceed to make a claim, and then you not support your claims, then you cannot. This is not a rational conversation. A rational conversation goes as following:
you're the one making the claim. You're the one making the claim that there's a God. And
did I say there's a God in my conversation with you?
Not with my conversation.
In my entire stream, from beginning to end, I've been live now for 2 hours 20 minutes. Have I ever said this statement? There is a God in my conversation.
I think it was implied.
Okay, so all you have is an implication. So you agree with me? I haven't said that. Especially in my conversation.
Are you denying it? Are you denying it?
Yes, I'm denying the fact that I said there is a God like this in this way in our discussion. I didn't say that. So what I'll tell you now, when you have a conversation, you start now by building premises and foundations. I'm going to stick to my arguments. You came to me, you asked me the question. Why should I believe? I responded to you. I said, I don't need to convince you. This is what I start. You see, I read you like an open book, Ron, with all due respect, because I knew you were going to come with this. I said to you at the beginning, I said, look, Ron, I don't need to convince you, Ron. If you want to have a rational conversation, there's a difference between a truth seeker.
I think this is pretty rational.
Yeah, there's a difference between a truth seeker and someone who's coming there who doesn't have anything to. Okay, you think it's rational to come into a conversation, get asked a question, but not answer it, and then make claims without supporting them. How is that a rational conversation exactly?
You're twisting it around.
I'm not twisting anything. I asked you the question. I asked you the question. Who said
this is a call-in show to ask questions?
I finish. Ron. You said I'm twisting things, so I'm going to highlight how I'm not twisting things. I asked you a question. The question I asked you was, you made a claim first. First, let's start with the idea. You made a claim, like I said, which is that there are people who said that something can come out of nothing. So you made a claim, I asked you to substantiate it. You refused to substantiate it.
I didn't say it was true. I think they have proved something can come from nothing.
You didn't say it was true, but you made a claim still. You said there are people, you said it's possible because there are people who proved. These are your words. Now you're saying you didn't say it was true. You see the hypocrisy, Ron. You literally said there are people who proved there is something that can
they
come.
Said that
what
they
does
proved
mean? Okay, now you changed your wording. It's okay. You said there are people who prove. Can you let me
finish? This is what
on?
You want to talk about? Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
I want to talk about what you said. Yes. What you said is there is people who proved imply proof. There is people who prove that there is something that can come out of nothing. So you made a claim. I asked you to substantiate it.
They made
to substantiate. Please let me finish.
I didn't refuse. I just don't know who it was. I'm not.
Okay, can I finish?
I'm not going to. I'm not gonna.
Can I finish without being interrupted? And I will let you speak without interrupting you. Okay, please don't interrupt me, and I'll not interrupt you. It's a conversation. So you made a claim. You did not substantiate it. So I said two things about you. One, you come and you make claim without substantiating them, and I give an example here. You made a claim, you didn't substantiate it. Number two, I said I asked you questions which you don't answer. I asked you the question, who are these people? What did they say? Because if you say I heard people say something, then you at least have a name. You at least have a video. You at least have an art. You have something. I mean, you read something somewhere. So you at least know what they said, who they were. Okay. So if you can't answer questions and you don't have substantiation for the arguments that you make, why do I need to talk? How can I have a rational discussion with you? Okay. Let's have let me make it easy for you. There is a God drawn. There is a God drawn, and there is undoubtable evidences for the existence of God.
Okay. Why do you believe that?
There's people who said that. There's people who prove that.
Okay. So why should I believe that?
I didn't ask you to believe it. That's what I started the conversation with. You asked me about me, right? I responded to you. You asked me. I said to you, there's people who prove there's a God.
Okay. I'm not sure what this does for Muslims.
You see how you're unable to have a conversation with me when I apply your same ideology to you? Come on, like this is literally what you did, and now you're speechless.
I didn't call in to talk about something from nothing.
Well, if you call, then you have a conversation. You don't dictate terms. I told you what do you want to talk about. Actually, I let you speak. Then you said to me, what do you want to convince me? You had a conversation. I said to you, okay, when I have a conversation, then no worries, let's have a conversation. I'm not here to convince you. You said, do you want to convince? I said, no, I'm not here to convince you. But then then I asked you a question about, you said about the existence of God. We started to talk about the existence of God. So I asked you a very rational question. If I stop 100 people in the streets and I ask them, can something come from nothing? If not 100, 99% of them will say no. So if someone cannot apply common sense, then of course I cannot have a rational conversation with them. Common sense is that rationality is common between people. And if you don't believe me, go right now. When you stop, if you're gonna stop to, go to the toilet or buy some drink or whatever, ask the guy in the shop, can something come from absolute nothing? Go do it, try it, and come back. The guy will be like, no. Can I have this? That's literally what magic is. Like, you open your hat and you start having random things coming out of it, gold and silver. I'll just say at home and I'll have gold and silver coming. And that's not even nothing because you already have a universe. I'm saying if there is nothing at all, no universe, no planets, no stars, so there is nothing that exists and there is no agency and whatever. How can we have something that comes into existence if it's absolute nothingness? And I give you all right.
I'll grant it to you. Just to move on.
I don't want you to, no. I'm good. Thank you for being so generous and gracious with me. But it's not about that. It's about actually understanding, comprehending, and having rational discourse. It's not about for the sake of argument. You're going to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to grant you that.
Yeah, I'll grant it to you. Something can't come from nothing.
Okay, then where did the universe come from?
To move on.
So the universe has to come from something then?
Sure.
Okay, so that thing that brought the universe into existence, it must have attributes that is way beyond what we can imagine. If you want to create a full universe of atoms that is full of energy, if you split, you have nuclear explosions, full of zillions of galaxies and stars and intricate systems and electromagnetic waves or whatever, you have knowledge you cannot even comprehend. That's what people refer to as God. The most powerful, the all-knowing, these are attributes that they give to the creator. You must
wait, what did you just say? What were those attributes again?
Create, having power, when we say most powerful or the most knowing or whatever, these attributes that we give are what we mean is that have knowledge you can even comprehend, have power we cannot even comprehend. So these attributes are the ones that we attribute to the creator. You cannot create a universe without these attributes. You got to be independent of the universe. You got to be the creator of time and space, literally, as we know it. Time-space continuum is there, so you would know the future, not bound by space the way we are. You're powerful in a way you cannot comprehend.
You added a creator.
Yeah, creator means to bring the universe to existence. Just said something can come from nothing. The universe comes from something. So we're saying if the universe comes from something, then by default, that's the creator of the universe. That's what creator means. You bring something into existence.
Maybe something else brought it into existence.
Yeah, whatever that thing that brought it. Whatever the thing.
You're just putting that in there. Now the burden proof is on you for the creator.
Whatever the thing that brought the universe into existence is the creator.
Maybe it was always here.
Oh, maybe it was always here.
How do you know?
Always here.
How do you know this?
No, I'm answering.
How do you know this? Okay.
If you let me speak, I'm answering you. Okay. So we know this because we can observe something called the expansion of the universe. You can observe things like the redshifting. can observe the universe going back to space, being a very small singularity that the consensus of science today they refer to as the Big Bang. We can observe the radiations left from the expansion of the Big Bang. All of these are evidences for the start or the beginning of the universe, which is why it's a consensus today in the cosmologist field. So yeah, that's why we can say, you see, I can give you answers. I'm not just going to make a claim, but I can give you answers. Yeah. So the universe has a starting point. Whatever brought the universe into existence is what we call God, the creator.
Okay.
There is a creator. There we go.
So maybe on a bad day,
I agree there is a creation.
I wouldn't call it a creator. I wouldn't call it a creator, but I could say...
Okay, did you just agree with me that the universe has to come from something? That means that something will bring it into existence, right?
No, it might have been always here.
So the universe has to come from something then?
Sure.
Okay, so did I just give you reasons why the universe started? You asked me, how do you know? And did I give you reasons from specialized people in the field who are mostly atheists, actually? Most of them, like yourself, they don't need to believe in a God. But they will still tell you the truth is the evidence leads us to the fact that the universe has a starting point.
All it says is there was a Big Bang. The thing that banged was always there.
What's the Big Bang?
So they're not saying that there was a beginning.
Yeah, what's the Big Bang?
What it came from.
What's the Big Bang?
The expansion, the sudden expansion of matter.
Yeah, okay. So there was matter and space compressed into a singularity. Singularity is a very small thing. Okay, where does the energy of matter come from? And how is it compressed? In science, there's something called... I'm answering you. In science, there's something called cause and effect. So that's an effect, so it requires a cause. So it's upon you now. If you're saying you don't know, not knowing doesn't mean there's no answer. You know, if your cake is missing from your fridge, it doesn't mean if you don't know
I'm sure there's an answer.
Nobody ate it. Yeah, okay. So I'm giving you the answer now. I'm telling you, the only thing that will have power to compress an entire universe into a singularity and expand it in the way the universe expanded is what we refer to as a creator.
Okay.
So there is a creator.
Like I was saying, on a bad day, you might be able to get me to believe that. But you're taking it a step further. You're saying you know the mind of this creator. And I would say that needs a whole lot of evidence to say that's not a modest claim to say that you know the mind of a creator. You've been giving these people advice throughout the show. Yeah. You've been giving these people advice. This young lady.
Can you tell me where I said I know the mind of the creator? When did I say that?
You didn't use those words specifically, but you're telling people what they should do about marriage and kids and this and that.
So can you retract the second false claim you made in this discussion, attributing something to me I haven't said? Because we don't even attribute the word mind to the creator. I wouldn't say that because we don't use that word.
Are you saying you don't know what God wants, the creator wants?
No, I know what the creator told me. This is what I know. I know the creator revealed, but nobody knows everything that God wants.
That's a pretty big claim, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say that's a pretty big claim to make?
Yeah, it's a big claim, and if you'd like to
it's a big claim, and a big claim would require big evidence, would it not?
No. Before we go to the big claim,
a big claim does not require big evidence.
Before we go to
is that what you're saying?
Before we go to the big claim, you've already discarded everything. Before we go to what you claiming is the big claim, you've already discarded everything I said to you, and I said, on a bad day,
you said it was a big claim.
So since you said after I've given you evidence I responded to you, after I actually given you evidence I responded to you, you said on a bad day you may be able to convince me. You're clearly showing me I'm wasting my time because I'm not having a conversation.
That there was a creator
able to reason. Because if you were able to reason, you'd be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Actually, you made an argument, or you bring a response at least. You'd be like, okay, that makes sense. So there is a creator. I agree, and then we can move on to the big claim. But if you are someone who can even comprehend like a common sense and accept basic rationality, then I'm not going to go on and like spend my time giving you the
I don't
answers
believe that's
to the big claim.
rational.
By the way, there is a okay. What's irrational in what I said?
A creator.
Okay, cool. So on my channel, there's a video titled "Compelling Evidences for the Truthfulness of Islam." It's nearly an hour-long video. You're welcome to go, sit down, have your headphones. You're driving, listen to it carefully, and you'll know your answer for the big claim. But I don't see the level of sincerity that requires me to sit down here and explain it a bit by bit with you. It's already late for me, so I'm going to end the stream here. So I'm going to leave us where we are. We've already established the existence of God for anybody who's rational. And you say, it's not rational, the creator. And that was a great counter argument that you presented. I know the people can see that. So we'll let people judge this conversation. All right, Ron, have a nice rest of your day. And like I said, I read you like an open book from the beginning. I know, look, don't even let you speak. The minute you come and you're like, convince me. What do you have to prove? I don't need to convince you, man. Like, you're living your life. I'm living a happy life.
No.
There's many people who are.
You don't have to convince anybody.
Islam is the biggest.
But you have a show.
Islam is the biggest growing religion in the world, and we're here.
So your show must just be for your.
And we're here open for people who are interested or willing to have a discussion. Most importantly, willing to actually listen. Like, we don't talk over each other. I mean, I'll let you speak. I don't know. I'm not even trying to say a sentence. You're not letting me finish it, man. Like, I've been very gracious with you. Yes, it's my show. I could have removed you from the start, but I did continue the conversation with you. Just to highlight to the people the type of atheists that are there in the world. People who make claims with no proofs, can't even answer basic common sense questions. You give them rational arguments. They're like, if I only get a good or a bad day, you may be able to convince me, But today is a nice sunny day, so you're not going to be able to convince me. These are the type of atheists out there, guys. So there's nothing for you guys to be, fooled by. There's no rationality. There's no real arguments. There's nothing really. So I thank you for presenting the atheist case to bring people closer to Islam more and more.